Hello there, it's the 1st of April 2021 this morning. I'm going to do a different type of series this year. I'm going to follow 6 trees which were lifted out the ground in the past month and potted up, and I'm going to show you the progress of the trees throughout the coming year. This is Acer palmatum Sakazuki. Now if you've seen the videos of this one in the past, it had verticulum wilt or Pseudomonas infection. It was had to be cut back right away to basically a 3-foot stub. Seems to have got over that problem in the past year, and it's leafing out there now, so it seems to have took to the pot fine. Now each tree that was lifted out the ground was root pruned, root washed, then potted up in general compost and chip bark with mycosial rooting powder. Just a very simple mix of medium. This is Acer japonicum aconifolium. Now this tree had probably verticulum wilt as well, and again that's leafing out flowering, so that's thankfully doing well at the moment. Now you can see the videos of this one on my channel where 2/3 of the tree had issues last year and had to be pruned off. Thankfully by lifting out the ground it looks like we've possibly saved this tree. So that's 2 trees that were problematic with diseases. Go on to the orangey coloured tree here, very similar to Katsura. It's supposed to come from the same family. This is Acer palmatum Uenayama. This was at the bottom of the garden, and this is leafing out very nicely now. It had a prune a couple of weeks ago, just to thin it out. It's about 4 foot tall, this one. It was only 15 inches when this was planted in 2015 or 2014, probably 2015 I think, and it didn't grow for a couple of years and then just boomed away. Nice bright green bark to this tree, so this tree seems to be doing very nicely as well. It's got a nice square container, this tree, and I give a shout out to my friend Gary Beckett in our Japanese maple group, because Gary uses these square pots and they do look good, but also the fact that they're supposed to withstand getting blown over by the wind a lot better as well compared to some of these rounder pots. The next tree is Acer palmatum dissected Embryo Lace. Now this was getting quite big as well, very wide. It's had a bit of a prune as well, and a thinning out. And again this one's in a nice square pot. It's just starting to swell its buds there. And this bigger tree, Acer palmatum Shiraz. Now that was in the ground just under the big tree there, the aconifolium. Now that was only 18 inches, the Shiraz, when that was planted in 2015, and that has been a really good grower. It's a good 4 foot by 3.5 foot there now. Again this one's had a bit of a prune and thinning out, and it's buds quite nicely there. If you notice the black mesh in the pots, the blackbirds keep digging in the compost. It's just to try and keep the birds off. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Tree number 6. We've already passed it. The pinky red of Acer palmatum Phoenix. That was on the opposite side of the garden in more semi-shade. That's leafing out quite nicely as well. This tree never basically grew in height much in all the years it was in the ground. It obviously just didn't like that spot. Displayed good colours, but we have very heavy clay here, and hopefully it'll do a bit better in this pot. It looks actually slightly larger than it did in the ground. So that's the 6 trees for now. And I just want to thank all my friends in the Japanese maple group on Facebook for all their help, and especially these 2 trees, the Sakizuki and the Aconitafolium, for all the advice that had helped save these 2 trees in the past couple of years. So I'll update this in the next week or 2, and I'll show you how these trees are getting on.